welcome to my Explaindio 3.0 review and demo series. In this series, basically, I'm going to go in and show you the Explaindio 3.0 software, which I have purchased, and you can see right here, obviously, we're looking at a blank canvas right now, but I'm going to create a project with you in this video series. But basically, before we get started, what I want to point out as we look at what we have here is basically the Explaindio 3.0 training videos. My demo series should not be mistaken with basically a how-to series, because when you purchase Explaindio 3.0, you're going to have that already. They have literally videos that show you how to do anything you could possibly want to do within the software. As you can see, I'm scrolling down here. These are all the training videos they have. So my purpose is not to show you how to use Explaindio 3.0, because you will have videos for that already. Rather, my purpose is to show you how someone can get into this software and how user-friendly it is for a first-time user. I have used the previous versions of Explaindio, which is the original Explaindio Video Creator and then Explaindio Pro 2.0. So I have some experience, but it's been about 6 months since I've done anything in Explaindio 2.0. I used to use it frequently, but due to the nature of the projects that I've been working on, I haven't used it in some time. So this is basically going to show you from the perspective of someone who is not the developer of the software, how to use it and how to kind of go in and start and create your first project, which can be published for to YouTube or your website for your own marketing campaigns and things like that. I will say that Explaindio is probably, not even probably, I would say that it is definitely the best video creation tool on the market in terms of being a video creation tool that is tailored for online marketing purposes. There's nothing really that comes close to this as far as what it can do, the many things that it can do, many features that it has. And you know, we're not looking at a launch that only has 2 or 3 people behind it. In fact, there's a whole team behind Explaindio, and if I could find the image real quick, let me pause. And here you can see the Explaindio Video Creator team, which started in 2014 and it continues to grow. I mean, obviously a large group of developers working hard on this software, led by this man, Andrew Darius. So I mean, this is a team that is not just trying to get a product out there and get any old product out there and merely focus on the sales page. Explaindio is by this time an established software. It has a great reputation among internet marketers. People have been using it to create really brilliant videos, many of which you can see on YouTube. In fact, if you go over to jv.explaindio.com/info, you can see this compilation video submitted by Explaindio users, just different videos that real Explaindio users have created. And hopefully in this video series, I'll be able to create something like that, and you can see with me and follow along. So that's my little introduction, and with that said, I think we can go ahead and get into Explaindio Pro 3.0. Okay, so here we are inside Explaindio Pro 3.0, and what I want to really do in this video is just kind of, you know, as I said earlier, there's so many different things that you can do, so I don't really know where to start, so I'm just going to kind of freestyle and just wing it and, you know, excuse me, and basically just, you know, see where this takes us. And so the first thing you want to do is, of course, create a new project. I'm going to give it a name, test 2. And as you can see down here, now there's a couple different screens that main screens inside Explaindio Pro 3.0. Right now we're in Canvas view. So if I close Canvas, you'll see the other view, which is kind of like a preview mode. Another thing here is you can play with the settings of the elements that you insert into your canvas. On the left here, there's many different settings. Things like text inside, layers that you have, and I don't want to. I would prefer to kind of show you as we go rather than try to explain it now. So when the elements that relate to these settings come up, then we'll kind of go over them. Okay, so for now, we're going to click here, and this gives us the option to create a new scene or add from personal library. I don't have a library right now, so I'm just going to create a new scene. Down here you see all the different things you can do, and I'll quickly go through them. Add 3D object, add animation, and slide. Now everyone that purchases Explaindio 3.0 is going to have some templates that come with the software, as you can see here. And these are all full presentations. They're very helpful. Basically, you can use these for your own video and just edit them so that it's tailored to your business, your marketing campaign, or whatever you're trying to do. There's quite a few here, but as you will see when you purchase Explaindio, if you purchase it, of course, there are a few upsells as well, and some of these upsells, or one of them in particular, gives you access to a lot more templates. So for some people that might really come in handy. For example, I tend to be someone that likes to work within established templates and just kind of edit them where the template allows me. And we will see that, but it's not where I'm going to go first. You can also add videos. You can add animated GIFs, and that's what I'm going to do. Bitmap images, and you can add sketch images. Now, when we talk about sketch images, any image that you actually add, even any video or any GIF that you add to your video within Explaindio, can actually be sketched in as an option. Alright, I'll show you that right now. We're going to add an animated GIF. I have a couple saved here. The first one is an animated GIF of an NFL football player basically celebrating an interception or something like that. So as you can see, as soon as we select the animated GIF, it gives us the option to sketch it in. If you don't want to sketch it in, you would just simply click the Don't Sketch button. You can choose what frame of the GIF to start from, so you don't have to start from the very first frame. Of course, because animated GIFs do have multiple frames. And the noise threshold here, basically, noise and details threshold, basically define how much Explaindio is going to sketch in. For example, if I bring this up, it started at 25. If I bring this up to 65 and click Update, you're going to see a little bit difference here. If I bring it back down to 25, or let's even bring it down to 15, and you're going to see more detail. All right. So we're going to leave it there, and I'm going to click Add. It doesn't take very long to load. Now you can see here, the outline here is basically the canvas that we will work within. So basically, I want to fill in the canvas. If I expand this GIF a little bit outside of the canvas, all that means is that this portion here is going to be cut off, which is not important to me in this case. Alright, so, and also you can see here that once I add the GIF to my canvas, it also shows up here, and it shows me in my timeline that this is going to take the first 7 seconds of my video. And I can move this around. Doesn't have to be, doesn't have to play immediately. We could play it later. You'll see all of that in a moment. For now, let's click preview, and as you can see, it starts with being sketched in, and then it begins to play. Does a little dance there. He made a play. Happy about it. Okay, so we have our first element. Now let's go ahead and add the next element to our canvas. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I am going to add another animated GIF. Alright, this is going to be a thumbs up GIF. It's an actor. Some of you may be familiar with this actor. This time I do not want to sketch that into my video. We are still going to start on the first frame, and since I am not sketching, this noise threshold and details threshold does not matter. Alright, so I'm going to click add. Now watch up here. You could see that we have a second item. Alright, we can add effects to each item. For example, if I click on add new effect, there you go. Now this is all new, by the way. Explaindio 2.0. You could do all of these things, of course, within Explaindio 2.0. But it was not, the interface was not this intuitive and user-friendly, so this is actually really cool. And just look through here, you could see, you know, it's incredible how many things you can do within this software. It's become a very robust, and again, it's really the best software on the market in terms of being a video creation tool specifically made for internet marketers. All right. But anyways, let's get back to business. Here it is. Here's our new element. I'm going to resize it a bit. Put it into the corner, and I have to kind of... Now, one thing I don't like too much is I can't really see where the canvas is. I can see it actually very faint. Right here, I could see the edge of it. I also lost my thumbs up, so I brought it back up there. So I think here's the corner, somewhere around there. So I'm going to kind of drag it into the corner. Now I want you to notice something. So I added this thumbs up, and I want it to play basically at the end of my animation. So I'm going to drag it to the end of the timeline. And as you can see, my timeline stretches out accordingly. So you're probably expecting that when I click preview, that we're going to see this, the animation that we originally added to the canvas. We're going to see that play, and then we're going to see our new one come in after. That's what we would expect to happen. Let's see if it actually does. And I happen to know what is going to happen here, but you'll see in a moment. So here we go. You know, if it looks a little choppy, that's just because I am recording and using the software at the same time, and I don't have the best PC. But needless to say, basically, you saw what happened. The thumbs up did not show up. Why is that? Because Explaindio works based on layers, and if you are familiar with something like Photoshop, Photoshop uses layers too. Basically, what's going on is that our new element is coming in behind the first element that we imported, which is this large animated GIF with the football player celebrating. So how do we fix that? Simple. Click on the thumbs up element and click move up. Okay, now you see the thumbs.gif is our #1 element on the list. It literally means that this is in front of everything else. Now, at the same time, we won't see it until its time comes up in the duration of the animation that we're creating. But now when we click preview, let's see what happens. All right, we got the celebration, and then there it is, thumbs up, good job. All right, it looks like it wasn't perfectly aligned to the bottom. That's fixable like so. All right, so that's, you know, so we're moving along. Saving my project. All right, now before I show you something completely different, which might be in a new video because it's kind of going to be unrelated to what we're working on now. And as I said before, there's just so many different things that you can do within Explaindio that, you know, even in this video, I'm not even scratching the surface, but hopefully you can get some sense of the functionality as you see me doing it, me essentially being a, you know, a second time user of this program. This is literally only the second time I've used Explaindio Pro 3.0. So as you see me kind of easing through the software, I hope that you are starting to feel confident that you can do the same. Even if I'm not the best at explaining things as I go, hopefully you get the picture. All right, now let's go ahead and add some text. We're going to add our third element, and that's actually all we are going to do for this animation. So don't worry, we're not going to, this isn't going to drag on forever. I promise you that. All right, so we're going to add text. Now, notice the text is coming in the second layer, so right in the middle. Of course, we can change that however we like, and I will. I'm going to move it up. Also, notice how the text kind of has different properties and settings here. And if we want, we can actually close the canvas and move over to our text here, and we can modify the text from here as well. And on this, in this screen, oops, I don't know what happened there. In this view, sorry, not screen, in this view of Explaindio, as you make changes, you're going to be able to see them in the screen to your right. So I'm just gonna say, I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. It's basically writing backwards, but I am going to work around that. Good. Oops, yeah, this is really weird, okay. Very strange, but alright, so I wrote good job, and now we can change the font. Kind of gives us a preview of each font. Alright, let's see. Of course, this doesn't really matter which one we choose, does it? This one looks good. EXO. Is it going to let us choose it? All right, a little bit of lag there. And it's interesting here because it's it went ahead and reversed it for some reason. I have no idea. That's really weird. So there must be sketch backwards. Is that why? That's why. So there's some kind of, there was a setting that basically said sketch backwards. I don't know why, but that fixed it. So if you didn't believe this was my second time using the product, maybe you do now. I'm gonna make the font larger. We have effects that we can use. Shadows. Let's see, what else do we have? All kinds of stuff here. Blur. Nah. Let's put that shadow. I like that shadow effect. All right, sketch backwards. We turned that off. All right, now effects. Now effects, I believe that was here. Add new effect. I'm not sure. I think it's already being sketched in. I'm gonna sketch it in. And see how every time you do something now, it automatically previews that. But basically what I want to do is position that so that it sketches in at the end of our sequence. All right, so that's going to sketch in by hand. We can control a lot of different things, such as how long it takes to sketch and things like that. Let's open the canvas for a moment so I can move this into place. I'm trying to see if basically trying to move this into position here. Good job. And then we want to move that into position on the timeline. Why isn't that? There we go. I was wondering why the sketch cursor was not moving accordingly. All right, now we're going to go back into the other view. See the preview here. It's a little bit off, a little bit. The alignment is not perfect, so let's go back and kind of nudge it to the right just a little bit, and that should be enough, like that. All right, let's try that out. That looks better. So, all right, so what we're trying to accomplish here, we're going to have the athlete doing his celebration first, and I have a guy saying thumbs up, and then good job. Good job, you made a play. That's the whole idea behind this entire animation. So that would be our opening scene. See, whenever you're done, you could say create video from this scene, by the way. Our opening scene, 11.5 seconds. Probably can't see that. So let's do a quick preview, and then I'm going to do one more thing, one more effect just to show you. Let's make sure everything's working the way we want it to. And the thumbs up. Good job. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is so the good job and the thumbs up, we're going to have those slide off the screen. We're going to have them slide off the screen, and then in the next video we're going to start our new scene. But the screen will end with just seeing the still frame of this player, and these will be gone. You'll see what if that doesn't make sense, you'll see what I mean in a second. Basically, I just want to show you how to add additional effects to your elements, and there's many you can add. So here's one, and again, we were talking about upsells. I believe there's another upsell that adds even more effects to your Explaindio software. You can, it just really depends on how far you want to take it. Okay, so let's see, animation presets. We're gonna fly out. The text is going to fly out like that. See how it's flying out? I think you can also set the direction of where it flies out. And then the thumbs are gonna fly out too. All right, thumbs are gonna fly. You see, fly out. All right, that's gonna fly out. So the thing is, we want them to fly out at the same time, and by default they will not. Okay, I'll show you what happens here. We preview, you'll see the problem, and this is of course fixable. Okay, oh wait, that wasn't right. That was a fade out. Let me try this again. I'm sorry. I meant to do a fly out. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to see the animation first, and then it's going to fly out. All right, there it goes. And then there that one goes. But what I want to do is I want the thumbs up animation to stay there as the good job is being written in, and I want each element to come off the screen one by one. Okay, so here's how you would do that. basically, what I'm trying to say is that these two elements need to line up. This thumbs element needs to play all the way through till the end, so it can come off the screen after the good job comes off the screen, or vice versa. In order to do that, you want to select that element, and under Effects, which, by the way, the Effects tab comes up as soon as you add an effect. You can also control how it flies out. So let's say, okay, let's have it fly out, slide off to the right, and then good job will slide off. Let's see, we'll slide up, go up the top. We'll leave that alone. But we want to come back over here and pause after action. Now watch this bar. It's going to expand because basically we're telling Explaindio that we want to hold that element in place so that it stays on the screen until the end of this scene. All right, so this is now, oops, that's the wrong one I had. I'm sorry, I had the wrong one highlighted. So I want to click on this one and expand that. There we go. All right. Now if I line them up precisely like that, we're still going to have a problem because they're going to come off the screen at the same time. Or maybe that's not a problem. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. If it looks good, it's fine with me. So good job. That one goes up. That actually looks great. So at this point, I'm going to save my project. And yes, I do want to override it. And that's going to conclude our first scene. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you something a little different. We are going to, let me see here. We're going to go into the animation and slide option. Adding a video. So the other thing, adding a video is very similar to adding a GIF. Obviously, it's just a video, so different file format, plays longer in most cases. GIFs are usually, you know, what, 2 to 10 seconds maybe. Sketch images basically are just doodle images that get sketched in, but again, anything can get sketched in with Explaindio if you want. Text, obviously, we saw that in this video. 3D objects, maybe that will be something that we cover in another video too. But basically, animation is one of the big features inside Explaindio. Really good for animations. So that's definitely something I want to go over. Again, if you purchase the upsell, you can have a lot of animations with your software. It's really entirely up to you. So, but that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully that gave you a good sense of Explaindio 3.0 for now. And I do want to thank you for watching and being patient with me as I fumble around with Explaindio and all that good stuff. Again, if you want my exclusive bonuses, I do have an exclusive bonus offer, which you can see below this video in the description, in which I have a link going to my Explaindio 3.0 review page. Over there I have some exclusive bonuses that only I am offering to people that purchase Explaindio through my link. In addition to that, you will receive the vendor's bonuses, which everyone will get, no matter where you purchase it from, so don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Everyone gets bonuses from the vendor, but I have some extras as well, just as a little incentive to ask you if you are interested in Explaindio. I would truly appreciate it if you purchased through my link. And that is about it. I do post videos quite often, so if you like this one, please subscribe to my channel. All right, thanks again for watching.